Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to today's video. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. So I got a very special video for you today. We're gonna talk a little more about something that most of the people I see they do in most of the times, and it's something that most of the other guys that are doing mentorship, providing signals or whatever, they're not really telling you. You get what I'm saying? So and I think whenever they do talk about it, they just give a brief description of what is that all about and what is really trading really all about. You get what I'm saying? So the one of the things I'm gonna be focusing on, it will be the psychology of trading, and I'm gonna be covering the psychology of trading 360. You know, get what I'm saying? So what do I mean? I'm gonna be defining it 360. What I mean is, whenever it comes to trading, people don't often take trading, as a business. And I want to talk about a little bit about my journey before, everything else. You get what I'm saying? So, this is some of the edition from the Hustle University, a community that we've built, and yeah, we focusing basically on mentorship. So yeah, we're gonna be helping a lot of people, and I will later on you get to see in the video, how most of them have been improving and all of that, and I'm always there. I'm available every day, so you're gonna be talking to me directly and engaging with me and helping you grow as a trader. All right. So pretty much, my name is Offensa Shuping. I'm actually a trader from South Africa, and yeah, I'm the founder of the Hustle FX. Originally, it was known for Forex Hustle. So I've been trading for the past 6 years, and in my journey hasn't been easy though. I really struggled, just like everybody else. I struggled over trading, I struggled blowing accounts, and I struggled with lack of discipline until I realized most of the things, the biggest lesson came from my experience in business. What do I mean by that, right? There was a period in my life after learning how to trade from 2018. I started making money really in 2019, 2020. We got into COVID, and then, at the end of 2020, that's when everything started to blow up for me. I know I went to stay in Joburg, I mean in Midrand in Gauteng. So I was living the lifestyle, you get what I'm saying? So all of those things, and you know how it is, the Forex, the typical Forex trader lifestyle, yeah, pretty much, the girls, the clubbing, all those kind of things. But I ended up going back home to the villages, and then I lost everything. So I wondered what happened. So I lost everything. At the time I didn't understand, but this is me. As much as you can make money, it was never about the skill. That maybe the strategy is no longer working. It was never about any of those things. You get what I'm saying? So I spent about over a year trying to get back to where I was. So it was a bit of a struggle for me to actually do that. And because of where I was and where I've fallen, it's been, those kind of things where you struggle with. You get what I'm saying? It's a mental battle where it's like you win a lottery, then you lose the money, and all of a sudden you want to start, playing the lottery again, and hoping that you would win so you can go back to the life that you were living. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of a thing where you don't even accept the situations that you're in. You don't even accept the downfall. You understand? So you can be able to rebuild again. Check out what happened, what did you do wrong, all those kind of things. You understand? Your mind is only focused on getting back or making that money. So the fantasizing comes into play, all those kind of things. So but I ended up taking a full break from 2022 and 2023. So 2023, I started getting into business. I got into business. I got into mining consultancy. Focusing on the investor side of things and all those kind of things, trying to raise capital for mining projects. You get what I'm saying? So some of the things, like I said, in business, I learned that you can put in all the work and still have deals fall through, or investors go silent on you. So those are the kind of the things that they teach you. Some of the experiences that you go through, they teach you like, oh, but this is a good deal. I mean, as much as I'm the one who's pitching the project and I'm showing this guy who has money that, bro, this is how you can make money, this is how you can be rich and all those kind of things. You're gonna make most of the money, all those kind of things. But what I didn't see is I wasn't on the other side of the table where, it's only from the other side of the table, it's only looking like, I'm the one who's trying to get to that level. Get what I'm saying? That guy is already sorted. But like I said, oh, you can do everything. You can prep for the work. You can do all of the projections and all whatever you can do. You understand? You can, put in all the effort, and then the deals not go through. You understand? So and that taught me like a very powerful truth. You can control the effort, but you can never control the outcome. So those are some of the things, I started to apply coming back into trading. You understand? So that's when I started to realize like, oh, these are the kind of things. Don't have expectations coming to the market. You understand? Yeah. You can be able to say like, oh, I wanna see price going to this direction because of my analysis 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. You get what I'm saying? But also at the same time, learn to trade what the market is also showing you, because you can't have your only bias for the whole day and things doesn't go that way, and you like, no, but I know it's gonna come back. Because most of the time you get caught in those like on those trades where you like you on a drawdown, or you're taking a loss and you're like, no, I know it's gonna go back. It's not gonna go back. Literally, it's not gonna go back. Take your losses, and then obviously having a stop loss is one of the things that also helped me, because I used to be not a stop loss trader. Like, I'll get into the market. I had this beginner's luck kind of thing where you get into the market, you spot an opportunity, you jump in, you do all of that, and then yeah, pretty much. I also try to learn every strategy. I know a lot of stuff, a lot of strategies, bro. I've learned a lot of stuff also in the process. That's one of the things that also ended up actually slowing me down, because I'm trying to learn everything all at once. Because whenever you jump into social media, you see this other guy is he made like 200,000, 300,000, $30,000 from 1,000 rands or $1,000. So those are the kind of things that will put pressure on you as a trader, because you start to fantasize, hey man, if you imagine that was me, I would be doing this, I would be doing that. Yeah, but understand that trading also, you have to focus on it's a battle between you and you understand? It's you versus you, actually. So you have to focus on dealing with you before you get into the markets, because it's going to be a battle between you and you understand? So once you sit down in front of your laptop, once you take out your PC, and then you sit down and you analyze and you get into a trade, it's not you against the market, it's you against you. Because a lot of things, they're gonna affect how you respond to what the market is showing you. You got what I'm saying? So once I applied that mindset to trading, everything changed. I stopped fantasizing about profits. I focused on process over emotions. You understand? And started treating trading like a business. So that's where people, I think, tend to miss the mark. You know, every business that you get into, it needs a business plan. You don't jump into a business and I hope it works. No, you build a business plan. Most successful businesses that actually make it out there, they have a business plan. They started out with a business plan in terms of scaling, also all those kind of things. But you have to start with a business plan. So trading is more or less the same thing. You understand? The minute you start to treat trading as a business, also everything else will then follow. You know, so don't treat this a gamble where you like, oh, I'm just gonna get into, with this $100. I wanna make 2,000, $3,000 or $1,000, and go buy some things and shoes. And that's, you don't have a plan. You never trading plan in place. You understand? You just getting into the market with hopes of catching a 1 into 10. You understand? There's no plan into the market, and you wanna see what you wanna see. You understand? And then you don't trade what the market is showing you. You're gonna trade what you wanna see. You get what I'm saying? So those are the kind of things. So today I'm gonna be sharing. Today I share most of those lessons. I share them on the London and New York sessions I do with the Hustle University community. And if you can go watch of some of our videos that we've have uploaded, that has the Hustle University logo. This one here. Those videos, you can actually learn from those videos. Whenever I'll be having those sessions with the community during either London or New York sessions. You get what I'm saying? So we'll be helping traders build discipline, understanding market structure, growing step by step. The hustle, it's not just a mentorship community, actually. It's a family where we learn, we improve, and we stay together. Either way, all right. So, why do most traders struggle with psychology? One of the most I think the biggest factor of it of them all, something that I have struggled with, something that I've seen others struggle with, it's fantasizing about profits before those profits exist. What do I mean by that? Most of us, you get into a trade, like I was saying, you get like $100, you want to flip to $1,000. You get what I'm saying? So by doing so, you don't have a process for it, right? But you wanna catch a 1:10 move. You get what I'm saying? You don't even gonna be, your money's not gonna tell you otherwise. You already made plans for $1,000, but you have $100, but you already making plans for $1,000. So that's you fantasizing. Now you get into the market with that kind of mentality. Everything is saying, bro, do it. There's no process, there's no plan, there's nothing. Your mind is strictly telling you, bro, do it. You get what I'm saying? So because of that's what you don't have a process in place to keep you in check. You don't have, all this kind of thing that can hold you, accountable, for those trades that you're gonna be coming into. You're looking to go in full margin. You're seeing all these videos of these gurus, whatever, online. They can flip $1,000 to 15,000. Like, I mean, why can't I just flip $100 to $1,000? You know what I'm saying? But what you fail to realize is that everybody has a process. Most of them, they have a process in terms of how they're willing to do. They have a plan. You understand? Even when it comes to discipline, you can be all disciplined. You can be as disciplined as anyone. But if you don't have, if you don't have a process structure in place, you understand, if you don't have a plan in place, bro, you'll also be losing. It's not about you not going out, it's not about you going to the gym every day. If you don't have a process, you can do all those kind of things, bro. The market doesn't care about your dreams. That's one. The market doesn't care, whether you go into the gym every day or not, whether you're reading two books when you wake up in the morning. All this, the market doesn't care. You understand? So fantasizing about profits before they exist is one of the problems, right? So number two, trying to control what cannot be controlled. Bro, you cannot control the market. That's one. You cannot control the market. But what you can control is you. You can control yourself going into the market. What you're gonna be looking for. How much risk I'm willing to risk on this trade. You understand? Am I gonna be looking for a 1:1? Am I gonna be looking for a 1:2? Or I'm gonna be looking for a 1:3 at the maximum? You understand? That's what you can control. And your plan, your A plus, etc. What are you looking for? What are you looking to see the market give you? You understand? Starting from a higher time frame, doing your top down analysis to the smaller time frame, understanding what the market has been doing, what the market has been showing you. You get what I'm saying? So you can enter into the market, get your 1:1, or get your 1:2, or your 1:3, because that's what I teach to my students. Like, it's not necessary for you to catch the whole move. It's not necessary to force a 1:5, 1:10, 1:20. That's not realistic. You get what I'm saying? That's not realistic. As much as these guys, the gurus, they be trying to sell that to you. Do you know how many times, like, maybe he has blown accounts before he even caught that move? Because he might have, most of them, they might be, chasing a move. You understand? They might be chasing a move. They see maybe gold is dropping, fall, dropping, like nobody's business. He gets in, goes full margin, he blows, goes in again, full margin, he blows, but he will never show you most of those things. Only when he's there in profit, he can then be able to show you, oh, I made this much from 100 bucks. You get what I'm saying? I'm floating maybe like 20,000 in profit, bro. Those guys, some of them, that's what they do. They don't even tell you. They try to get you, hooked up to be on a subscription base, get all those kind of glory. You understand? But it's not really about that. So try to control, what you can control. What you don't have control over, build a process about around that. Also yourself, build a process about around yourself, so you can be able to keep yourself in check. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing that you cannot control is the market. So trying to control the market and forcing your ideas on top of the market is not gonna go. It's not gonna work. Let's get that one thing in clear, right? So emotional decisions replace structure and discipline. What do I mean by emotional decisions replace action discipline? The minute you go into the market, and then you're not sure about the trade, or maybe you jump in like, oh, you're trying to chase a move, and it's just that's emotional already. You emotional. Now the minute you go into a drawdown, you're like, oh, it might go back. Let me just move my stop loss, further down or further up. So I can see that I can be able to hold this. I don't want to take the loss. Let me just hold it. Extend my stop loss, adjust my stop loss, and make it bigger. So hopefully this trade doesn't take me out. It won't go into profit. It will go for that stop loss. That's what they do, because The trade was not planned. Everything was based on of emotions. You fantasized about everything. You spend the profits before you even got into a trade. You made plans for that. You get what I'm saying? So that's not something that you can be. It's not something that is consistent. So you can have a couple of lucky trades, but it's not sustainable. It's not gonna be sustainable. You need a process, right? So the dangers of fantasizing, like I said, you create emotional attachment to money that you don't have. You create emotional, attachment. Like I used to, imagine profits before trading a player, and that create pressure, fear, and impatience because now I'm in a trade. I'm seeing like I'm up maybe 1% or maybe 3% or maybe even 100% on the trade. I might be up 100% on a trade. Then that creates that kind of feeling where you start, like, oh, should I close? But I think it might go a little further, you understand? But and then it doesn't go. It comes back into losses. I'm like, no, it will go back up. It will not go back up. It then goes, takes me up. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to celebrate. What you must do, don't celebrate the win until it's closed and is withdrawn into your account most of the time. Yeah. Focus on execution, not imagined profits, bro. Like those are kind of one of the things that is very, very important. Focus on execution, but keep your mind in the present, Kenya, not the future outcome. So that's one of the things that can goes with the dangers of fantasizing, right? Another thing is fantasizing blinds you to losses that are inevitable. Like when you expect a perfect win, every pullback feels like a personal attack, leading to over trading and revenge trading. Because now, you've imagined this with the money that you've put in. Most of the time, it's like is your monthly salary, or maybe like that's the only money I need to flip is rent money, whatever the case may be. You're using that money so you can be able to flip it because you've been winning on a demo, whatever the case may be, and now you're on a real account. Now emotions are involved. All this, you get what I'm saying. So now it feels like your heart skips a beat every time. But what you need to do is you must accept losses are part of the game. That's one thing. Never trade the money you're not willing to lose. That's one. Never trade the money that you're not to lose. It's very, very important. Trade what the market shows you, not what you hope to see. Like I said, don't pose your ideas on the market. The market is one thing that you cannot control. So trade what you see, not what you hope to see. You understand? And stay neutral, man. Direction can change. Your daily bias can change any moment, anytime. Price can make a shift in market structure or break structure, and all of a sudden, price is reversing. You get what I'm saying? So don't be like, oh, I know you're in an uptrend. It must go up. It's not a must. Price will never do it. It will not be a must for it to go up. You get what I'm saying? So point number three is unrealistic expectation destroy discipline. I mean, you can't, bro. Everybody have got their own dreams, goals, and all these kind of things. Like big like I said here, big dreams without structure make you chase huge RR, hold too long, or react emotional. What do I mean structure? If you don't have a plan, you're gonna wanna be chasing a move that you saw your mentor make 3 million out of, right? But they have a plan. They risking what they're willing to lose. You get what I'm saying? You're not risking what you're willing to lose. You're risking what you cannot afford to lose. You get what I'm saying? So, bro, set realistic targets. Don't be looking for a 1:5, 1:7, 1:10, and unrealistically so. Does it align with your trading plan? Have you back tested it happening most of the time? Even if you're taking major moves from bigger time frames, are you really willing to hold that trade for that long? Can you, emotionally, can you be able to, handle the pullbacks that will come from holding that trade, the reversals? Can you be able to handle those? Those are some of the things that you can be able to, look at yourself, understand that, bro, I react this way. This is how I always feel whenever I'm in a trade and it's doing this, doing this. So avoid being in those situations, because those situations will then be able to blind you. Because now the attachment with the money that you have in your trading account, and the fantasizing part of it, you know, can be able to destroy you. One bad trade can switch your whole psychology, break you down, like nobody's business. You understand? So set realistic targets, like 1:1. Most people do they like, oh, but why would I have to go 1:1? There's nothing to make there. You understand, bro? What you fail to realize is with the 1:1, if you catch a 1:1, right? You catch a 1:1 going to the market with $100, you make another $100, already you're $200 in, right? Now you can withdraw the 100 that you put in, leave the 100 that you put in, that you made profit on, right? Flip it again on a 1:1 trade, and then you are out. That's $200. Now you can be able to flip $200 on a 1:1 again, you are $400 in. You were able to flip a $400 again, you are $800 in. That's $800 in profit. So basically, you just made what? 1:8 by having a realistic RR. It's not always the market gonna go on a 1:8. What are the chances of the market going 1:8? But if you can be able to catch a 1:1, that's very, very realistic, right? 1:2 also. The maximum you can go for me, the maximum you can go is 1:3, right? You take 3 trades per day, stick to the same process, 3 to 5 trades a day. But on 1:3, I highly recommend 3 trades a day, right? You're risking $100 or $1,000 to make $300 or maybe $3,000, whatever the case may be, on a 1:3, right? So you have even if you lose two and you win one trade, you up 1% for the day. If you win all three, you up 9% for the day. So most of the time, people don't do this. You understand? Stick to your plan and confirmations. Have like things in check, the things that you want to see price doing, or are you one person to trade? Shifting market structures. Because I mean, you can do that. You can trade shifting market structures, right? Price coming back to correct price, or price coming back to retest those pullbacks. Do you like that? Is this something that aligns with you? Or do you like to trade continuations, right? Price, breaks out, comes and retest, and it continues. What are you looking for the continuation? Or are you just gonna get into a trade because you think it's continuing? Because if it's continuing to the downside, it can just go below just a little bit and make higher low and then go back up. Same thing if price was going to the upside. If you're in a bullish trend, you can just go a little bit up, make a lower high, and then go back down. Now you're gonna be sticking with your bias, like, oh, I know it's gonna go up. No, it's not. Oh, I know it's gonna go down. No, it's not. You just made a higher low, right? It's gonna go up now. So those are the kind of things. What are you looking for? You know. Also, understand that losses are inevitable. Losses doesn't mean you're a bad trader. They mean you are in the game. Every trader takes losses, bro. Every trader. You'll be taking a $100 loss. Your mentor will be taking $100,000 loss, and we all react differently to these things. How you choose to react after taking a loss, that's one of the things that's very important, because now you can take a loss, wanna chase the move again, you take another loss, you change oh, it's now selling, and you put in and it buys, you take another loss. Now you revenge trading, and it's gonna blow you every single time. You get what I'm saying? So just like in business, not every deal will go through, guys. Not every deal you go through. You can do everything right and still lose. You can still lose. You understand? So normalize losses. Judge yourself by your behavior, not the outcome. So how you behave towards losses will be something that can make or break you also. You understand? Focus on following your plan, not avoiding red trades or losses. Because here's the thing, being in a drawdown and taking a loss are two different things. Right? Being in a drawdown, you can see the loss as it's happening than having taken a loss, right? If I'm going on a 1:1 trade and I take a loss, that's a loss. It's fine. I lost the trade. That's it. You get what I'm saying? But being in a drawdown is a different type of thing. That's where your mind is saying adjust the stop loss. Now, brother, my sister, never do that. All right. So one of the other things is losses teach you more than the wins will ever have, right? I only improved after experiencing those blown accounts, emotional mistakes, over trading, all those kind of things. But the losses are the ones that actually shaped me. You understand? Every loss showed me actually like who I am, the kind of person I am, because the losses will then show you the person you are. Are you impatient? Are you excited? Are you undisciplined? Do you not have a plan? Like you trading based on luck, hopefully. You understand? So study your losing trades, man. Identify emotional triggers, adjust the process, not your strategy. The strategy is never a problem. It's not because you're taking a loss that the strategy is bad. You right? It's not. There's no strategy that is 100% correct. There's no strategy that is 100% win rate. No. You can have a 100% win rate when you have a plan in place. But you can also be able to take some losses here and there. But obviously, with the plan in place, you are most likely to be able to, have a good career in trading, right? So the goal is not zero losses, it's control losses. Learn to control your losses. Like use consistent risk. If you're risking 1%, if you're risking 0.5%, if you're risking 2% of your account, that's what you do. Stick to prop firms if that helps. If you feel like $100 is small, a small money to be able to say you're gonna, do this, do that, bro. Buy a prop firm. You at least have like do buy a pro form two-step account with 10% maximum drawdown. You get what I'm saying? You have like 10%, I mean 10 chances to make it work. It's not about winning, it's also getting the data. Get the data from yourself, understand what type of trader, what triggers you, build a plan around everything, and then you have to just see that panning out before you jump into $100,000 account. It makes sense to be in $100,000 because that's what your mentor says, right? But at the end of the day, once if you don't have the data, if you haven't completely worked on yourself, you're gonna still be losing on $100,000 account. So it's not even also about the money now. You get it? It's not even about the money because you're gonna be, oh man, I know my account is small. I just want to get a big account. Get the $100 account. Take $100, buy a 10K account on a profile. Use that to collect the data, understand what type of trader you are, see yourself behave from the 10K. Once you start building consistency from there, having a realistic risk to reward, you understand, and then accepting the losses and then moving on with that revenge trading. If you take a loss, it's right. If you're taking up to 3 trades a day, take 3 trades a day. Don't go overboard. Don't go over three trades. You understand? If you're taking 3 trades of 1:1, stick to 3 trades of 1:1. If you're taking 3 trades of 1:3, stick to 3 trades of 1:3. You get what I'm saying? So those are the kind of things, man. Understand, have pairs that would be much, that you prefer. Whether you're trading gold, Nasdaq, or USD, that will be on you right there, right? So my turning point came like after I stopped celebrating profits before they happen, right? So my biggest breakthrough came when I started fantasizing about my wins and focused on confirmed setups. You get what I'm saying? So it's like having a plan. You get what I'm saying? So even if it doesn't go my way, it's still fine. I didn't have some fantasy attached to that trade. You get what I'm saying? So it just me another day at the office, one of the things that I learned, you know what I'm saying? So detach from outcomes. Only react to what the chart shows you, not what your mind imagines. It's very, very powerful, right? So business taught me also what trading never did actually. After seeing all the deals fall through, even after doing the work, like I said, I realized effort doesn't guarantee results. As I was saying, even if you can be the most disciplined man in the room, but if you don't have a process, you will still lose. Right. So treat every trade like a business deal. Prepare well, execute calmly, and accept that not all of them will go through. You get what I'm saying? So if it doesn't go, if it goes, your way, I mean, yeah, sure. If it doesn't, mm, sure, right? So you're like, okay, everything, I ticked everything in my trading plan, everything in the box. I was looking for that. I was looking for that. I saw that, okay, price ended up doing this instead, and then ended up maybe going back up or doing this and all those kind of things. It's still fine. Nothing wrong with a strategy, just one of those days. You get what I'm saying? Just one of those days. You get what I'm saying? So process emotions, process over emotions changes everything. I don't want to lie to you. It changes everything. The moment I replace emotional trading with structure, and the discipline, probably like a plan, having a plan in place, the results will definitely show. You understand? Build a daily routine, session, like plan for your session. Risk management also, how much percentage are you willing to risk? Like 1%, per trade, confirmed entry criteria. Have that in place. You have that entry criteria in place. Stick to it even when they move. Like stick to that, no matter what the market is showing you in like in terms of what your mind is saying to you, or based off what the market is showing you. Stick to your trading criteria. No matter how good this one can seem, like, oh man, I want to get there into a trade just up there, but the market is showing it now. Bro, don't do that. Just wait for price to come to you. Wait for setups to come to you, right? So one of the things is also like treating trading as a business, like any other trade, like any other business. Trading, you have to also be, you have to treat it as a business also. What do I mean? Like I said, business have business plans to be able to be, profitable, and also have revenue, all those kind of things. They have to have a business plan. You understand? You don't start a business on hopes of, no. You have to have a business plan, and also at a later stage scaling all those kind of things, and all those kind of things. But if once you start to treat trading as a business, you will understand that not every trade will go through. Just like deals, and in business, even the best prepared deals can fall apart. Trading is the same thing. So what must you do? Accept loss as part of the process. Stop expecting every setup to win. Expectations, handle expectations. Focus on consistent execution, not guaranteed outcomes. You get what I'm saying? So understanding that will definitely help you out. You can plan, you can do whatever, and the trade can still go the opposite direction. You can still lose a trade. So know how to, understand that not every trade will be a winning trade, right? So you can control the process, not the results, right? Like I said, I learned this when investors didn't respond after doing everything right, and you don't get responses. These things happen in business, bro. People who live in business, they can tell you, like, you can prep, you can do everything, and people don't end up investing. That's the bottom line. It's not that what you said is wrong or whatever. You can even go to an interview, and the employer cannot, like, they still not call you back. You pre-prepped, you did everything. It's just one of those things. It's same thing in trading. It will be there. You get what I'm saying? So what you must do: build a strict trading plan. Have a strict trading plan. Entry criteria, like I said. Follow your checklist before entering. What you want to see before, have an A plus setup. Have an A plus setup. You will find it there. It will always be there on the market. What is your A plus setup? Catching your one to one. What do you want to see? Shifting market structure. If a trade is going to the upside, whatever the case may be, whatever, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? So stay disciplined regardless of the market does. And then separate emotion from execution, because business taught me to stay composed even when deals collapse. Trading demands the same mindset, because, bro, if what happens if like I collapsed, or I was like, oh man, I knew this thing was not gonna happen. All those kind of things. Bro, that's what it's gonna be too much for you to to if you emotionally controlled by the outcomes, you're gonna end up quitting every single thing you do. You're gonna end up quitting every single thing you do, right? Even going into business, you're not gonna be successful in business because you're gonna be emotionally involved, right? So people can do you wrong and start telling you, it's nothing personal, it's business. Understand that they're not wrong, it's business. You get what I'm saying? So separating your emotions from your execution will definitely help you be able to execute with a much more clearer mind, understanding that it might not go. It's a 50-50. Trading is a game of possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So you get into a market, there's no certainty, but you can use what you plan for. You can plan for, where whatever price might do. You understand? Based off your entry criteria, based off the data that you've done, and your trading plan, your checklist, and all those kind of things. So never trade based on excitement or fear. That's one of the things. Check for these things. Set realistic are targets, risk to rewards, and then treat each trade like a business decision, not a gamble, right? So the importance of having a trading plan, like I said, a trading plan is more than rules on paper. It is a foundation that protects you from emotional decision making and unrealistic expectations, right? Most traders fail not because the market is too hard, but because they enter it without a clear roadmap, A proper plan keeps you disciplined, helps you manage risk, and prevents you from chasing setups that don't align with your strategy. Because now you can see something that doesn't align with your strategy. You trading this SMC or SMT or ICC or whatever the case may be, whatever you might be trading, right? And then you see something that doesn't align with you, like, oh no, I'm just gonna enter it. Yeah, yeah, you could get caught, and then you're only for your setup to unfold at a later stage. If you could have just waited a little bit and stuck to your trading plan, right? So trading plan protect your psychology. Without the plan, emotions take over. Fear, makes you exit too early. Greed makes you hold too long because you have some expectations or a fantasy behind the trade. Frustrations makes you revenge trade. A trading plan slows you down, forces you to think, and gives you structure. It becomes your mental anchor when the markets become chaotic. Get what I'm saying? So it prevents you from using unrealistic risk to reward. Many traders sort of fantasize about catching 1 is to 20 or 1 is to 50 trades daily, but you see, this is not sustainable. You understand? So when you're doing a trading plan, you know, a trading plan keeps you grounded by defining your minimum risk to reward. Like I said, the maximum you can go have a 1 is to 3 risk to reward, and the maximum number of trades you can take can be three on a 1 is to 3. On a 1 is to 1, you can have at least a maximum of 5 trades per day. You get what I'm saying? So, and your entry criteria in terms of what are you looking for, right? Are you looking to have a break of structure, price break structure, come back to correct price, and then you can look for that breakout, again, when price breaks out again on based on the trend, being in correlation to the trend and all those kind of things. Your stop loss, where do you place your stop loss? Do you place your stop loss? Do you have an entry criteria, right? Obviously, after a break of structure, price breaking structure, coming back to correct price once it breaks again, you want to see price also having that correlation in terms of higher highs, higher lows being made, and then your entry will based off your entry criteria. Stop loss just below the higher lows, that was made on a small time frame where the breakout happened on a bigger time frame. You get what I'm saying? So those are the kind of things, and you only aim for 1 is to 1 or 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 3 based off your trading plan. You understand? So your realistic targets based on market behavior with a plan, you shift from gambling to strategic execution. You understand? So a trading plan makes you consistent, right? Consistency doesn't come from winning one big trade. It comes from repeating the same behaviors every single day. So repeating the same thing every single day. What do you want to see the market do? You get what I'm saying? What do you want to see? Is price in the correction? Do you want to be trading a correction? Do you want to be trading the breakout? Do you want to be trading all those kind of things? What aligns with you? So consistency doesn't come from just one trade that you would have taken, yeah. Because if obviously you're doing a bar replay, I mean everything aligns up, bro. But being the market, it's a different total story. So your plan should be, should ensures you that trade only when the criteria is met, manage risk correctly, avoid over trading, and review your performance honestly. Like, following a plan means you no longer ask, what must I do? You already know what you must do, right? So now, yeah, pretty much, guys. It's the psychology of things and everything. So now we're gonna talk about the Hustle University. So at the Hustle University, I will definitely tell you, just joining a group, you're stepping into a structured, supportive environment built to help you grow into an independent, confident, trader, because we're not giving signals and we do not sell cost. So what can you expect? One of the things you can expect is daily guidance and clear structure. We do daily live sessions, London and New York session, where the community do market breakdowns before moves get to happen. A step-by-step approach designed to help you build a proper trading routine. So we do talk about scalping, we do talk about intraday, we do talk about swing trading. So whatever aligns with your trading, plan, what you want to see, happen, we can build whatever around whatever you wanna, go about. So I cover all those things, all those kind of things for you. So we can also be dealing with that. So like I said, real mentorship, not signals. We do not feed people. I mean, we do not feed. We help you. We help you learn how to fish. how to read the markets, market structure, how to build your own trading plan, how to make your own trades with confidence, how to master ICC, and consequence. That's what I will teach, which is typically market structure and price action, the psychology and risk management, all these kind of things, right? So a support system that pushes you to grow. We do have one-on-one mentorships, that we have. You request the one-on-one, and then me and you set up a time and date, and then we can go jump on the one-on-one, and then I'll help you improve on those kind of things. Groups, coaching classes, those live sessions that we're gonna be having on a daily basis, on a Monday to Friday. I'm always be there, and then a community of people focused on growth, discipline, and consistency, a safe space for everyone. So overall, thank you very much for watching, guys. Feel free to ask any questions. The link will be down below on the description to our free community Discord. So you can, if you want to join the Hustle community at the Hustle University, you can just text me on this handle on Discord, so we can be able to, help you out on those things. But overall, I wanted to just show you some of the things in the Hustle University, right?
Right.
So
So
pretty
those are
much,
some.
you get what I'm saying? So pretty much we have the Hustle. This is the free group here. We have the free group, where people come in and all these kind of things. But then we have the Hustle University. As you can see, we have sessions replay, the sessions that we record them for those who might be working during those times, so you can come back and review some of those sessions, right? We have the ICC notes that we have around here in terms of the entry models, entry criteria, the trends and entries, what you're gonna be looking for, building your own trading plan, most of the things that you might need help with. Obviously, I'm covering this on a daily sessions. You know what I'm saying? Some of these were made one by one of the students. He says he's gonna be doing one is to ones and all these kind of things. So as you can see, those are some of the things that we do, setups and so forth. So these are just some of the messages. As you can see, we have, bro, the growth here is very, very, very big. As you can see, the clients are being able to do that by themselves. You get what I'm saying? So that's the ultimate goal, because anything can happen to me. Anything can happen to me in terms of, I can get into an accident tomorrow, all those kind of things, or whatever might happen to me. So one of the things that will definitely help you is that you're gonna be learning the skill. I'm not gonna be feeding you some signals, because you need to be, you see, Bitcoin trade, clean 1 is to 3 trade, right? Entry criteria, right? Price broke below, downtrend, lower low, lower high. On a higher time, price broke below, made a lower low. Price went down, made a lower high. Shifted market structure, lower low, lower high, 1 is to 3. So those are the kind of things, is those kind of things that we're looking for. You get what I'm saying? So students have seen their growth. Students have seen growth in their trading. You get what I'm saying? Students have seen growth in their trading. So those are the kind of things I'm talking about. You know, So being part of this community is not just about you, you know, joining another signal group. No, we're here to revolutionize. We're here to actually show you, like, this is the process. This is the process, right? You see, these guys started having green days, right? Trying to get green days. You say, I'm not taking an trade unless I close. It's like that one. I still can't believe the numbers I'm seeing right now, because that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? That's what it takes. That's what it takes, guys. Being in the move, all those kind of things. Being in the move. You're gonna get me. Sort about that. Being in the move, being part of, what's happening. You get me. So those are the kind of things. Being in a community that helps you with those things, right? You're able to get those payouts. You're able to, because what they have now, you now have a trading plan in place, right? So that's the whole thing, being part of the Hustle University. So pretty much this is what you can expect from the Hustle University. So this is the lifetime access. The launch happened on the 10th of October, so we just a month in actually. and then this is the second month actually. Yeah, we're 2 months in, and then 99 dollars lifetime access. Mastering ICC price action market structure. How to build consistency in trading, lifetime access. Yeah, pretty much understanding price action, shifting markets, all these kind of things, entry techniques, trade management, the mindsets, weekly life sessions, trade recaps, private community discussions, and all these kind of things. But you can see what we're gonna be focusing on, and we're gonna be starting this week from tomorrow, the 24th of November. We're gonna be starting with our, I'm gonna be doing ICC from we're gonna be teaching price action and market structure from the basics for those who doesn't know. So I can because that's what I'm teaching. I teach you how to be able to start your own trading journey, so you can understand ICC SEs, or you can understand price action and market structure, from the very ground up to the highest level of understanding price action. So I can also help you build your own trading plan. You understand? Build your own trading plan, understanding the markets, so that's it pretty much, guys. So if you want to join, yeah, you just come text me on this, and then pretty much. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, and then subscribe, and also turn on your notifications for more future videos. All right, bye.